Love an AV solution, obviously. It was Philip Kotler, the father of modern marketing, who said, "Marketing is a game of skill, not luck." But the game has, of course, changed. Increased fragmentation, technology, and a rising demand for agility have caused the game to go multiplayer. Massively multiplayer. One where brands rise or fall on the basis of teamwork, and where no single person or agency alone anymore has all the answers. And that's why it's no surprise that the second greatest thing marketers are crying out for more from their agency partners is, of course, collaboration. And Cam actually spoke to this in the opening session about the growing gap between clients and agencies, but also between agencies themselves. Now, you may be sitting there thinking, collaboration at MFAX, groundbreaking. But the reality is, collaboration sits at the very heart of our industry. And if we just think about creative agencies, for example, bringing elements of media in-house, and media agencies bringing elements of production and content in-house, the overlap in our capabilities are continuing to expand and converge. This also, I promise you, is not another session where we sit around the campfire, hold hands and sing Kumbaya about how wonderful it is to work together, because we all know that collaboration isn't easy. In fact, sometimes it's really hard, and that's okay. Now, some of you may have seen a survey going around the industry to get a read on how we are all feeling about collaboration. What that found, among many other things, was that 1 in 3 of us agree collaboration is indeed becoming more challenging. And when asked why, the main reason remains a fundamental lack of trust between different agency partners, as described by this responder. Most agencies feel that introducing a partner agency will cannibalize their role with the client on briefs or projects, and the biggest elephant in the room is a lack of trust. Or as described by this little ray of sunshine, the old saying is unfortunately mostly true. Agency collaboration is a knife fight in a phone box. I feel like I may have worked on a brief with this person in the past. But the reality that our partner agencies are often in fact competitors for a piece of that same marketing pie means that working together is often a process of repeated deliberation. Question is, will this other agency screw me over, or can we build something great where the money and the credit will be fairly treated? The answer to understanding the barriers that stand in the way of building trust between competitors can be found within a concept of game theory called prisoner's dilemma. Imagine a situation where 2 people are arrested for a crime and interrogated separately. They each have 2 options: stay silent or betray the other. If they both stay silent, they each get 1 year in prison. If one stays silent but the other one betrays, the betrayer goes free and the silent one gets 10 years. If they both betray each other, they each get 5 years. The dilemma arises because while mutual silence leads to the best collective outcome, fear of betrayal, born through uncertainty and personal interest, often leads both parties to betray, leading to a worse outcome for all. To understand the dynamics of how this plays out when it comes to collaboration between agencies, let's play chapter 1 of a little game of simulation called A New Agency. Welcome to Super Media Age Heroes, an exciting new media agency. As leaders of this exciting new agency, we have been tasked with growing revenue by 20%. But in this tough economic climate, we'll have to be smart by identifying opportunities to grow, but by deciding whether we will play or betray some of our beloved agency partners in a variety of exciting inter-agency quests. The decisions we make will determine our fate, and we'll call this game Play or Pray. Ready to go? Okay, let's hit start. Round 1. The client is frustrated with their creative agency's approach to social media assets. Do you play? Tell the creative agency they're in trouble. Or do you pray? Pitch our social content capabilities to the client. This might hit home to some of you. I may have taken some inspiration from different experiences. Who puts hands up for play? Okay. Vicious room, I feel. Pray? Oh gosh. Okay. Let's lock in pray. Oh well. The creative agency finds out we pitched and is now cutting us out of key meetings on 3 other accounts we work together on, placing a strain on multiple client relationships. Come on, guys. Okay, let's go to round 2. The client briefs the agency village to come up with some exciting ideas targeting Gen Z. Do we play? Connect with the village to discuss how we approach the brief together? Or should we pray? Move quickly to present some exciting TikTok ideas before the other agencies get there. Hands up for play. Oh, we're trying to be nice now. We've learned a lesson. Hands up for pray. Okay, let's lock in play. We've had a change of heart. Oh, the creative agency has already pitched ideas without our knowledge. Typical. Our opportunity is lost. You guys are just not having a good year, like many of us. Let's go to the last round. We are behind deadline on a PC and the digital agency has not added in their slides. Story of my life. Do we play, align on a new deadline with the digital agency to recommend to the client, or do we pray, send across our completed sections without the digital agency slides? Not our problem. Hands up for play. Okay, hands up for pray. I think we're going to call it to play. We're still trying to be nice. The digital agency tells the client we haven't shared our results early enough for cross-campaign analysis. Word is the client is now telling other marketers not to include us in their pitch rosters. Well, we don't want to work with them anyway. Continue on. Well, that didn't go so well. Let us all take a moment to pay tribute to Super Media Heroes, a media agency that lived and lost like the best of us. Long may it live on in our collective hearts and memories. But in case you didn't realize, that game was of course rigged, and that's because the moral of this story is the only way to win is to consistently rig the game so that everyone plays, not just ourselves, but more critically our partners. What also became apparent in our research was 3 industry cheat codes which are the key to rigging multiplayer mode for everyone towards play over prey. The first cheat code is the truth bomb, which is all about using direct communication and radical candor to reset what is a very dysfunctional agency relationship between different partners. This is about using direct communication to share your agendas and get to the core of what you both want to get out of that relationship. Just because each agency has an agenda doesn't necessarily guarantee they have to be mutually exclusive. In fact, a world can exist where they can be mutually beneficial when aligned around a shared vision for how you want to create a win-win scenario for both of you on the account. What's really critical, as what came out of our research for this cheat code in particular, is the importance of genuine leadership from the top down from agency leaders. I quite liked some of these quotes, so I had to include them. I wish agency leaders actually committed to interagency collaboration instead of outwardly saying they do and then internally telling their teams not to collaborate. Thank you for the person who put them on blast. The next cheat code is the Seeing Stone, which is all about laying down shared ways of working and agreed terms for how you agree to work on the account together. This is things like processes, interagency processes, roles and responsibilities that keep everyone on track. And it's really necessary to be deployed in situations where there's ambiguity or of a lack of clarity on how everyone's meant to work together, and that results in the risk of land grab. From our research, what was really clear that people came out with when we looked at the survey results was the importance of client leadership. It's really important to enforce those roles and responsibilities and processes, but if the client isn't involved in leading them, there isn't a guarantee that that everyone will actually follow and respect them. So you need to do this in partnership with your clients. The last cheat code is the love potion, which is all about strengthening personal connection and the flow of free thinking between different disciplines. We are more dispersed than ever before. We have a realm of different specialists, and it's all about how do we actually connect, understand what everyone does, and therefore be able to riff off of those ideas. So this is really critical in functioning relationships. So if you have a good relationship, how do you elevate it to the next level by starting to think more creatively about how your work can integrate and come together? For this one, what came out is that it's really critical to understand what do different partners want to get out of your relationship? How do they want to work together and appeal to those needs? So for instance, creative agencies, when we surveyed them, they want work shared earlier so they can input, whereas media owners, no surprises there, just want to be led into the process. Please, just throw me a bone and let me input further upstream. Understanding those needs can allow you to work out how's the best way to engage them, to get the best out of them, and bring further diversity of thought to the work itself. So those are the cheat codes to mastering multiplayer mode, but as we discussed, some of them are actually more valuable in certain situations than others. So in order for us to really master how and when to apply each of the cheat codes, we're going to return for chapter 2 of our simulation, A New Beginning. Just when we thought all hope was lost, a luxury cruise line or a French billionaire sails into Sydney Harbour and saves Super Media Heroes from the brink of bankruptcy. Congratulations, my friends, you've been acquired. We live to fight another day. Welcome to Super Media Heroes Resurrection. Once again, growth remains our ambition, but at the same time, this time we are armed with the cheat codes to mastering the game once and for all. In this exciting new chapter, we'll have to decide together which of the cheat codes should we use in different situations in order to win the game once and for all. Yet again, the decisions you all make will determine your fate. It's not rigged this time, so don't fuck it up. We'll call this game Choose Your Cheat. Ready? Okay, let's lock in. Let's start. All right, situation 1. The client has briefed the village with no clarity on who's doing what. Sounds familiar? Do we, 1, strengthen personal connection between agency partners? Do we, 2, lay down some agreed rules of engagement between agencies, such as processes? Or 3, do we reset the relationship by aligning agendas between agencies? This is going to test who didn't fall asleep in the part without music. Hands up for Love Potion? No. Hands up for Seeing Stone? Yes. Hands up for Truth Bomb? Any? No. There's always some people who love a bit of radical candor. Let's lock in Seeing Stone. Oh, we've come a long way. Well done. Applying the Seeing Stone, you establish agreed roles and responsibilities between partners, providing clarity that ensures everyone plays instead of prays. Happy days. Let's continue to round 2. So you're playing well with the digital agency, but the client wants to see more integrated ideas. They want to see that work go to the next level. Do we, 1, strengthen our personal connection between us and the digital agency? Do we, 2, lay down some agreed rules of engagement? Or 3, again, do we need to reset the relationship with the digital agency? Hands up for Love Potion. Oh, we are getting smart. Hands up, Seeing Stone. Truth Bomb. Lock in the Love Potion. We are on a roll. Applying the Love Potion, you build the connection to openly feedback and build upon each other's ideas, leading to more integrated ideas and solutions. We have one more round to bring it home. We're back in this situation where the creative agency seems to be cutting us out of key strategic meetings on the client. Again, do I need to repeat them? Do you want a Love Potion? Do you want a Seeing Stone? Or Truth Bomb? Radically reset the relationship. Who's hands up for Love Potion? Seeing Stone? Truth Bomb? Thank goodness. I have faith in the future of the industry. Let's lock in Truth Bomb. Applying the Truth Bomb, you radically reset the relationship with the creative agency, aligning on a shared agenda that lays a new foundation for trust to grow. Well done. The future of the industry is bright. Well, congratulations, you're a winner, baby. Super Media Heroes lives to play another day. All is well in the world of media and as it should be, and at the MFA. But what will be the lasting legacy of our time spent working together at Super Media Heroes, a media agency that lived, lost, and lived to play again? 5 key takeaways from today's session. Choose play over pray every time. Use the cheat codes to mastering the game and influence others to play with you. Leave the knives at home, put them down, leave them at home. Have fun together, that's where the magic happens. And if you like, download the report. Thank you.